Be happy with what you have. Have you ever caught yourself gazing at someone else's life and whispering, "They have it all, and I have nothing"? While this story will open your eyes to the truth, happiness is not found in having more, but in seeing more in what you already have. In a sun-kissed village surrounded by golden fields lived Raman, a farmer whose hands were rough, but whose heart was restless. From dawn till dusk, he toiled under the blazing sun, and satisfaction always slipped through his fingers like sand. Whenever his neighbor Dev rumbled past on his shiny new tractor, Raman's eyes would darken with envy. He would sigh and mutter, "Why does fortune always smile on others and turn its back on me?" At home, he saw only cracked pots and patched clothes. His wife Meera, ever calm in the storm, would smile and say softly, "Raman, we have food on our plates, laughter in our home, and love in our hearts. Isn't that enough?" But Raman's heart was chained to comparison. He believed happiness lit on the other side of the fence, greener, brighter, unreachable. One sweltering afternoon, exhausted after hours in the field, Raman rested under the shade of a grand banyan tree near his hut. The air was still, and his thoughts were heavy. Just then, an old monk appeared on the dusty path, his saffron robes fluttering gently in the breeze. The monk smiled and said in a soft, kind voice, "Son, could you spare a glass of water?" Raman hesitated for a moment, then rose and said, "Please wait here." He walked back home and told Meera about the thirsty monk. Without a word, Meera filled a clay cup with cool water and added a bowl of fresh milk. Raman carried them back to the tree and offered them with respect. The monk accepted it gratefully, his eyes glimmering with wisdom. He looked around and said, "You live in a happy home." Raman frowned. "Happy? With worn out tools and empty pockets? Surely you jest." The monk chuckled softly, reached into his old leather bag, and pulled out a small silver mirror. "Tomorrow at sunrise," he said, "look into this. It will not show your face, but it will show you the truth." Before Raman could ask another question, the monk simply smiled and continued down the path until he vanished into the golden horizon. The next morning, as the first rays of sunlight touched the earth, Raman held the mirror up to the light. To his astonishment, it shimmered and revealed not his reflection, but the hidden lives of others. He saw Dev, the wealthy farmer, sitting by his son's bedside, the boy pale and sick, and Dev's smiles gone. He saw the merchant, surrounded by mountains of gold, yet lonelier than a desert moon. He saw the man in the grand mansion, whose wife wept silently by the window, her heart drowning in sorrow. Raman's chest tightened. "So, everyone bears a cross. I cannot see," he whispered. Then the mirror showed his own home. He saw Meera humming softly as she cooked, his children laughing like birds in spring, sunlight streaming through the cracks in their mud walls. Tears rolled down his weathered cheeks. All this time, he murmured, "I was chasing shadows while standing in the light." He realized he had been counting other people's blessings instead of his own, digging his own pit of misery with envy and greed. Raman clutched the mirror to his heart. When Meera entered, he wrapped his arms around her and said, "You are my treasure. Our children are my fortune. I don't need the world's gold. I already have life's diamond right here." That evening, as he stepped into his field, something within him had changed. The soil felt softer beneath his feet, the plough lighter in his hands, and the sunset brighter than ever before. Every seed he planted became a prayer of gratitude. He had finally learned that happiness doesn't grow in greener fields, it blooms where gratitude is planted. From that day on, Raman stopped comparing and started appreciating. His laughter returned, his home glowed with peace, and his heart was finally light as a feather. Happiness, he realized, had never been lost. It was only waiting to be noticed. So, dear listeners, don't waste your life chasing someone else's sunshine. Your own sky is bright enough. Happiness is not about having everything, it's about being grateful for the little things that mean everything. Because the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least.